ba ye mamuina jo mamwa kwa benumri edmoba Kfmtv eso ende February bosumini da itoso do insia wa fimpinu ni eduonu insia mu enumri emre asosensema ya boa no efie man mu ne edini a ebesumu se no insia kase wo Kfmtv ne so ye de aseda sonko ebekwa ma ya boa for KFM Musical Center dada bateka bana talent microfinance omo anenwume wo mo ebo mechi do ma mede nsemi mede eba beso mo na nsem no edos ye papa na de bedi mo akotini ebi ene se eye unmonyamfo Alexander Afenyoma Kens endedwe wode nsem bi abetudwa wode kwama test con no ye de mu nsem ye de ebeba beso mo sa ensoso ana on coalition of unpaid teachers and said they are the to ministers regional minister nim se nka wo salary no wo mo hwe na wo mo emfa nkaye no enka ho emomwe no so ede mu nsem ye de ebebrew enwume ye de dwede nsem ebeka ho ediamo wo HS Ghana ye 2026 export no akone nme kudu 8.5 million no eno so ye de mu nsem ye de ebebrew enwume ye de ni dwede nsem ebeka ho ediamo eya nwumtuni efia awo my Ghana ha say na watwe ebetwe mu koyen ana koba ne se fia enya ne ho kani a wo mo eware kama eno so enwumre ye de mu nsem ye de bro we ne nsem ne afoforo pia ya bo ano ye de beso mo se no nsi akase wo Kfmtv ne so me kai wo sensemi ye abe fontentam fidie no etwegu wo Facebook ene YouTube Kfmtv GH eno to betimi ahwe bi na wa share na wa dwenche no so de guase ama me kama okay kai fo nwumre eye me mami esinko mami dane me ho sema me ba me hyensem na se ede ama. Yes, I'm a muina kwaba edamase se enwume muguso Kfmtv no ho amohwe no nsia kase wo Kfmtv ne so na me koso e kai wo sensemi etwegu e wo abe fontentam fidie ne so Facebook ene YouTube Kfmtv GH eno nti betimi ahwe bi na wa share na wa like na wa dwenche ne so udi guasie ama me kama na me hyensem na se edi ama odi adom kuma no ba no deni onmunyafo Alexander Afenyoma Kens wende dwe wode nsem bi atudwa wode kwama eye tertiary student con eye confederacy no test con wode nsem bi kwama mo se wo mohwe ma odo ene ba koye ne nkabom embro mo ntem ye papa se ne be ya wo election a wo mo de be hyehye so ne bibia ebetimi atodi na abo mo akasa ma asumdwe etimi pie mo ewo mo ntem nsem we ana onmunyafo Alexander Afenyoma Kens wode abetudwa mra woni nsem twofo hia ya woni wo mo etwetwe nkoma na na so ye di bi esomo ewo no nsia kase no eso.
The advice on internal elections, I would say to you that you must be guided by party unity. Sometimes when you are campaigning in an internal elections, you may be tempted to go to the extreme because of the passion you have for your preferred candidate. I would say that be guided, the language you use, and look at things from beyond. You know, you can campaign for your choice without insulting another person. So be guided accordingly.
Ebusiafo enu ti semwe anononyafo Alexander Afenyoma Kens wode abetudwa ye de bi somo na eye ankane eye majority leader o say chairman sabon so ka NPP ameni okono na wono so eden sem bi abetudwa wo che se wo mo a wo mo de sobo bo Dr. Mahmoud Baumia se boko emra wo mo de wo mo prime minister shares na bato no ho no boko de wenya seat ba kokora wo no eno ana o say chairman sabon so eche mu se emra mampani dada John Ejekunkwofo betina so se mampani wo my Ghana he home pokoye no wenya seat ho na na dodan kwekufo ado so mpo enya seat ho nti sa so bo amode bo Dr. Mahmoud Baumia no entwa ye san se sa kuku danfo mienu we mpo entimi ambo mo homoden enwini wo ho na ebe den ana Dr. Mahmoud Baumia wo no so wini we de ensem ana ode kwama mo a wo mode sobo bo Dr. Mahmoud Baumia se ne prime minister ode hyehye so no boko ene ne mpotem we entimi enya seat wo ho ensem we ana o se chairman sabon so wode abetudwa.
We didn't do well in the Boko enclave. We didn't win any constituency there. And we're saying that it should be attributed to Baumia. And for as long as he remains our presidential candidate, the Boko zone will not be any, it will be a no-go area for us. We can never win any seats. Again, what are the facts? What are the facts? You go back to 1979, when Victor Usu led our party, PFP. We didn't obtain any seats in the Boko enclave. It was Kufo Emampusiman. Right.
Oh, Victor Usu.
Oh, Victor Usu?
Yeah, he wasn't Emampusi.
Victor Usu was 1979.
Yeah.
Kufo 1996.
Yes.
Even when Kufo was the president, in 1996 we had a seat in Boko area. But people forget that Howard Kubu, who was there at the time, was an independent candidate. He was not MPP. It was when it was 2000 that she failed to contest on the ticket of MPP. 2004, when we split up the constituency and she went to Pusiga, she lost the seat. Right. So 2004, when Kufo was the sitting president, we didn't obtain any seat in the Boko enclave. Akufo-Addo also had the same thing. So how can you attribute it to Baumia? We have seen this before. But the Boko enclave is not our stronghold. And that's what happened. That is not to say that we should give up on Boko. We're going to fight to reclaim some of the seats that we have won 2 seats there before. We're going to fight to ensure that we secure the seat, especially when it was said wrongfully that the conflict there could be attributed to the vice president at the time.
Ebusian fanuti ose chairman sabonsu wono anodin sem we abetuja yensu yedibi ababe so ne sem no anfensi wa wosan ede abasobode kese pan ekoma donkuma a wo mo ewo mahye bedwafie so mo bom homoden eye adwuma ewo man Ghana ewo mu se ewo mo kwa mahye bedwafie a eye circumstances ne challenges there ebi wo ye papa na ni echi no ade a eba na adwuma de a eye donkuma no wo mo ebom homoden ye papa we anose chairman sabonsu wode abetu edwa
circumstances. It's like the era of 1997 when we first came to Parliament, and the size of the MPP at the time was less than 1/3 of the House. When we first came, the 200-member chamber, MPP, our size was 61. We transacted business with some other minority parties, the CPP, PNC, and I think there was one independent candidate who joined us, and that took our number to 67, right? Just one more than the absolute 2/3 for the majority at the time. Today they have the 2/3, and the MPP alone is just as we were in the 1997 Parliament. It's a difficult enterprise.
Benunti same way ana ose chairman sabonsu wode abetudwa yenso yedi bi ababe som ye 27 so de amode a eye attorney general Dominic Ayene endedwe wodi sembi ekoma eye law student ahodo a wo man Ghana hande ye inductee omo no eho anodin sembe brena egu kwan ma wode koma wo chese wo ma discipline ene eye no ma bebo mo genuine no etimi akonkan no wo mo hwe na wo mfa ni nia egu kwan ne no ade bia ebebo mo ma na montu a wo metu no wo metimi akomonim ye papa eye Dominic Ayene wono anodin semwe atudwa.
The fundamentals. Innovation is built on strong foundations. So please take your training very seriously. Don't only go and read briefs, case briefs. Read the cases themselves. That is what when I left Parliament briefly to teach law at Impact, I realized that the students of today are more interested in the case briefs, not the cases themselves. So please read the cases and read the case briefs for your exams. So master the fundamentals. Remain curious. Law intersects with economics. politics, climate, and culture. So you need to engage very widely. In fact, Director of Legal Education, I think we should introduce a course in law and economics. It's a very interesting course, one that I took when I was doing my master. Or you already have it, or you do. Then I am behind. You see why I was about in the 20th century. Okay. Guard your integrity first. Mind you, your reputation will be your greatest asset. Long after the certificates that we will give you have failed. This is extremely important. Your reputation at the bar, and if you progress to the bench, your reputation on the bench is going to be your greatest asset. If His Lordship the Chief Justice did not have the reputation that he maintained from the time he became a magistrate all the way to the time that he became Chief Justice, I don't think that he will have passed the test before the parliamentary, committee on the parliament.
Ebusiafo anunti nsem we ana Attorney General Dominic Ayene wode abetudwa yedibi ababe somune to ansem ne so e ama the National Labour Commission NLC and they do wo mo de tabno ato eye tertiary education union for best and 9 year the tabno ato mo so a wo mo etwe mu se wo mo de strike bi ehihye so a eno no na enye kwan a ke wo se wo mo fa so de strike na ehihye so no eno enenam so ma National Labour Commission edesa to tabunu we atom so much say university senior staff association Edma University of Ghana sa enso so an affiliation of University Senior Staff Association ene eyeku ahodo eka ho no wo mo anasisia the National Labour Commission ede tabunu atom so ni nya ne say strike how mo de hihye so eye ebinada February bosme ne de toso miensa e wa fimpinu ni eduonu nsiam no wo mo che say sa strike no wo mo ama mpenifo aso ante de mu ya ne say wo mo de sa strike na hihye so eno ene nam so ma sesia de wo mo de sa tabunu we atom so mo che say posisi a wo meye hwehwemu ye ade afa wo mo strike ho no nya de a wo mo ebe ye ejuma na say wo mo de nyama ebegu Kfmtv mpenifo ebom homodin say eye sa tabunu a ide atom so yi ebetimi aye ejuma ye papa wo my Ghana ha eno ebeboa ma ejuma a wo mo so mo ye no pepe yo etimi abemenu nti National Labour Commission and they be wo nsema wo mo de abetudwa no ebi anaye so ye de ababe somo e wono nsia kase no so na me de wo free sansem ne mo na anwume me de wo kopie mo e wonsem fufom de a me de wo eye Asante Mantem eye Asante South Regional Police Command Joseph Hammond eye Nyamba wono so e de abetudwa wo chemse sesia de wo nsa so eye 257 packs a eno eye tramadol ano mo chese 58 packs and so eye indro a wo de eko wo mo de free ebuakwa dunkwa highway ne so no enenam so ama ya post for ensa so mo chese sesi ade sa indubone no mo age na nipa be se 9 ana na mo ye suspect a mo so ye de wo mo akwakotwe aban ekukuma ye betuto mo no e de afa nsemba komienu
The police have intercepted and seized large quantities of assorted prohibited drugs at Chapiasi Police Barrier on the Obuasi-Dunkwa Highway. The consignment of the drugs, which is made up of 257 packs of 50 milligrams tramadol, 58 packs of 250 milligrams tramadol, also known as red, 58 packs of 225 milligrams tapendol, also known as royal, was intercepted on the 13th February 2026 whilst being transported on a red OA Kia Grand Bed bus to I Am Free near Dunkwa Onofin in the central region. Upon intercepting the said bus at the barrier, the police conducted a search and found 2 sealed brown boxes containing the drugs. The driver, Joseph Nkrumah, 37 years, was immediately arrested. And during interrogation, he mentioned one Perpetua, a native of I Am Free, as the owner of the drugs. On the next day, that is 14 February 2026, whilst investigations was underway, the said owner of the drugs, together with 3 others, namely Dynamensan 40 Abna Neya, 43 years, and Nanekia, 35 years, showed up at the same Chopiasi barrier with a cash of 50,000 Ghana cedis to grease the palms of the police. The police took the money and immediately arrested suspect Perpetua and her 3 friends for further investigations. The cash of 50,000 Ghana cedis is also retained for evidential purposes. Meanwhile, the suspects will be put before court today, Monday, 16 February 2026, on a provision under the Public Health Act 2012 Act 851. Prohibited sale of drugs, herbal medicinal products, cosmetics, medical devices, and other household chemical substances. The Ashanti South Regional Police Command is hereby reiterating its warning to criminals to avoid the jurisdiction in the course of perpetrating their nefarious trade, as they would find the Ashanti South terrain very hostile.
Ebusianfa no nti semwe ana Asante South Regional Police Command Joseph Hammond enyamba wode abetudwa yenso yede bi ababesom wo ewo kasie so na yede wo free sansem ni mu akonsem fofom dia eye Transport Minister Joseph Bukari nepe wono so de abetudwa wo chem se eye Kotoka International Airport aban ene ni mpeni for chem se wo mo esisa di no aye no eye edin foforo no Accra International Airport ne no ana Transport Minister echem se eno eye ade bia yen hyehyɛ ya wo mo ne National Airline plans no wo mo ne National Airline for ahyehyɛ wo mo de sa dwumedie we wo mo di begu kwam wo my Ghana wo mo susu se eno eye ade bia beboa ye papa ma bibia no my Ghana yenso yetimi afa yentuma pa edi efra.
Key saying that our survival will be hanged and hinged on the work we do on daily basis. We are working hard, as I said, to rename the Kotoka International Airport to Accra International Airport, and we believe that this will be successful, and when it is done, it will now create space and room for us to be able to re-establish the national air carrier that we Ghanaians all yearn for. As we launch this anniversary celebration, it is important to reflect and remark on the progress made. Today, Ghana Civil Aviation stands as one of the most accomplished public institutions in the country. In 2023, Ghana Civil Aviation Authority was adjudged the best state-owned enterprise in Ghana on the Public Enterprise League Award, ranking first among 60 state-owned enterprises and places second overall among public sector entities. This is something that we should be proud of, and I, standing before you, take happiness when it comes to issues of aviation because of the hard work you put on daily basis. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this recognition underscores strong governance policies, operational efficiency, and financial discipline. This launch is not mere a ceremonial one. It marks the beginning of months of reflection, engagement, and celebration, and also honoring the pioneers who laid the foundation, recognizing the professionals who sustain this system today, and inspiring the generation of aviation that will lead us into tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, I therefore wish to encourage all staff of the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority to actively participate and support all activities planned for this anniversary. Your involvement and commitment and sense of ownership will keep the success of this authority, and it is our belief that you will continue to perform your best in being the best among West Africa sub-region. The celebration also gives the Ministry of Transport a hope that we have an agency that is working to keep us in front when it comes to security, when it comes to comfort, and when it comes to travel happiness. It is my hope and prayer that the ministry through government will continue to give you the needed support and guide you on your daily basis activities. As we look ahead to maintain or celebrate this anniversary, we must also look forward to the future of aviation in Ghana. What is it that I can do? I can contribute. We can contribute to sustain and become the head when it comes to security in our sub-region. I wish.
Additional benefit same way and a transport minister what they abetu jayen so ye be ababe so ye gina ni seme so na ye twa ye ho akogya abo afon krato aba ye ba nsem no ye betu aso e dia ma
Medo benami Ghana duko do ajaple ho duko kata. Mie chonya nyi ade vena mi cho Talent Microfinance Limited Gajadopa. Mie wona susu savings, adishare, school buafo, cashback, ple bubwa okata. Nenyebe egajom de mi agbo la letie tomegbeko aten ahoga dodo. Kenenyebe egajom vivi la nenyebe ohigahia ola atenwava avade ogai kene hia fa.
Tanenyebe mi foncho mi afa ajomu yo kenye mi afa gadodo nyawa. Business loan elemiashi, church financing elemiashi, salary loan elemiashi, eye bubu oli kenye personal loan. Nenyebe mi foncho business loan a enye gadodo ikemie nana asichalao. Nenyebe washigba keke alum eleswe we have talent. Mi pepegede nwo nenye wo shigba lesua ne woge wo kekegedeji to talent pomo nuome nenye be mi ponchu mi afa salary loan a enye gado mo mi ke mi huna mi afa jirudu dollar nke ga nyu he ya va talent wo payslip pe bank statement ye kwenye nwi hia o na kokko ho salary loan le rate mi to keke akeji church financier personal loan va nenye habobo masoli hama eji fufofo sankuo jitao olila ashibobwe kekeake mia flegeno na nohem v choji nto jinwade vare kwereka mpopo kai ganyu heya talent kuna kpohe ya ole chagbagba na do tare talent bena wo gado monwa anobobo enami akpenami
Etibe ya nyafi ke talent la.
Talent Microfinance Jengo Amegan Shipe Ape Letina Tejibo Hotame.
Miape Kapomoye nya 050-129-1298. Hello 050-128-9119. Talent Oga Kwamanu Banta.
Talent Microfinance, your channel of wealth.
Yo, I'm on for and then Yamama Kwaba at the bar, a KFM musical shopper. You told me, no, who free a Kumasa Macom that Damono, a sunny at the bar at Dumino, Sabran Udu, a Sambra Junction, a Sambra Hotel, Quantana Sope. Now shop on any Sambra Hotel and the Dinja anymore. Would the free Sambra Hotel, a wool sunny at the co, Nankane and Hagan Hono, Anne, a hawk and a KFM musical shop. You told me, no, yet be no fofro. Now the air can say, if you papa a timiche, the Odia sorry, the Odi grow agro ahudo. To my dear, I would be here a young figure, musical instrument piano, a KFM into a sea. Ghana Muntie. Asante mai muntie eye KFM musical shop ana sabre ya bie no foforo mo no chan e wo prempe the second street we free old man come down na wo sane e de ko adum no ane udu Sambra Hotel kwantane so na wa tane on sani fa so oho ana KFM musical shop yi e wo ye ne Sambra Hotel ana ehwe animo ye twan abrebia
gina mese se Maya proud and I say Maya Tia Nefree Kumasi KFM instrument store. Obi bisa sa say women for the what to know when need that what dey near my papa ejina when him now what to say yes what to know bibia kan wakoma ni nyina free KFM instrument store Kumasi Yadum. So me tell her, na me told no man to me ya home cafe say fidi papa mu enim na me kina no. Wo betra ye ko ma ya do se kana twa nanka kana wu ensemfu ayi.
Fire sign mamuina kwaba edamasi se nyume mugo so etimo TV no ho amohwe no nsia kase wo Kfmtv ne so mekoso ekai wo sensemi etwegu ewe abefo ntentam fidie ne so Facebook and YouTube Kfmtv GH and YouTube betimi ahwebi na wa share na wa like na wa dwenche ne so udi egu ase ama me kama na meto asem ne so de ama odi a coalition of unpaid teachers enso de abeto yo mo chese wo mo aye edwuma busum bebre na no musika no ade aban etie bi enkaye so de ontuae eno na nam so mende omo de oye chehye so a wo mo so empenifo se wo mo ntwa omani embehwe na sesi ade wo mo ebreye papa nsem we wo mo de kwama regional minister se wo hwe na wo mo IRC aban entua enfama wo.
We are here at the regional minister place to submit a petition to him concerning about our unpaid salary since 2020. Since 25 months now, we've been working, no salaries. And the situation is not good for us at all because our lives as now is at stake. Our borrowers, our lenders are attacking us for their repayments and we can't pay them back. Some of us, we leave our villages and we were at where we were posted to teach. And paying rent and transportation altogether is not easy. Feeding without salary for 25 months is not easy on our side. So we are pleading with authorities to intervene because we want them to pay us all the 25 months unpaid salary to us to solve our financially problems. So please, we are begging them. They should look into the matter with emergency because it's not easy as we are talking. We are pleading with them to do something for us.
As well. So we have been teaching far long, even more than a year before he even assumed office as the regional education director. And by then he was the district director for Sanargu, and he also signed on our documents, our IPPD forms for them to process our salaries. So if he is saying it is fake, why did he sign those documents for them to sign to process our salaries? Because we didn't cast a voodoo spell on him to sign those documents. And we didn't cast any spell on anybody, including Hajia Katumi, to sign our original posting letters for us. We were people seeking jobs, we were offered jobs, and we went to the regional education office. They gave us our due regional posting letters, which tells us that we have to go to schools and start teaching. And we have been teaching since that time till now. So why all of a sudden he assuming duty as the regional director for education all of a sudden tells us that our appointments are fake based on allegations? So this is why we are here to see the regional minister to intervene into this matter. We want him to liaise with the education minister. We want him to call the regional education director to order and grant us a platform where we can also present our documents, which shows that we have been teachers before he assumed duty as the regional education director, and we are still teachers, and no letter from headquarters or any supreme, office has been issued to the regional or our head teachers to inform us to stop work. Because as the chief administrative officer, he knows the communication protocols of GES. GES communicates through letters. And why, as a person of high authority as the regional education director, tell us by word of mouth on Sagani TV that our appointments are fake, and he told us to stop work?
Ebusia fa no tin same way ana unpaid teachers nso wo mode abetudwa enwumre ye de ababeso mo sa enso so ana achechefo wo mo Accra College of Education so eton sade afra aban se aban hwe na eye wo hawa edom ntem no wo mo ensiesie enfa mo esan se ade wo mo de omani eto aban enim se obehwe na waye bibi ede amomo eye wo mo condition of services ne ade no wo mo stra aban eni ni penny for se ade imredu se wo mo so wo mo hawi ano edema in some way and a churchophobia wo mo ewo Accra College of Education wo mo de abetu edwa.
Issues should be attended to as quickly as possible. The more it delays, it is not going to serve any of our benefits. Like I rightly said, from November till now, we could have done something meaningful with the time. But here's the case, at the long run, it has been paid. So what has happened to the lost time? So sometimes to be proactive. Some of the ministries, when you go there, the way they handle our issues, as if there's nothing at stake. So want to plead with them that when matters come to their attention, they should attend to them as quickly as possible.
So with government, well, some of us, we are not much into politics, but the reality is that there's an arbitral award that has been given to us. So I don't understand why effecting it has become a problem. If it were to be a different institution, would they be treated like the way they have been treated for that long? Let's say if it is an army, the legislator, our lawyers, the medical, will they treat them like the way they treat teachers? And they say that education is the key. So if education is the key, must the lecturers be treated in this manner? So to me, the way they treated us is just unfair. It's unfair because it's not. We can't blame this NDC government. It's right from MPP government, and between the two governments, you can't segregate which one is better. To me, they are all the same because they are speaking the same.
Some way and church for more Accra College of Education wo mo de abetu dwaye so ye de bi aba besom ye to ansem ne so e de amount dia e operation bia e so e wo enyina se ana e ye ramanso eno e oti eye river ofin no eno ana mo chese nipakuo bi ekoye galamse wo ho a wo mo dis operation hihye na mra wo mo dis operation hihye so akoba ne se excavators de wo mo agibi sa enso so ana machines ne ade a no mo di to galamse impenifo abom homodin agini nia e de from nsema eye national anti illegal mining operation impenifo wo mo ne tax force ahodo aban atiomo se wo mo hwe enso galamse anu wo my Ghana ha no sankofkoi ana wo mbom homodin e de operation hihye so asese ade eye nkukun saka ne no ma no mo di to galamse e wo ofin river no wo mo akogege ninia e wo
Tell it, you are covering the life. Remove like hey, come back.
Ebusia finance operation e course wo hoye anna nipa dodo na nsa so momo a wo monoma ene o makade a no modi to galamse so yaje e fa na e de hwe o mo nsem ye de wo eto ansem ne so enwumre ya konsem from dia eye Ahmed Buachi wo ye Asokwa district manager e de National Health Insurance Authority e de abetudwa wo chimse hu behia se eye register sanitation tricycle riders a wo man no wo mbehwe na ye de o mo so ato eye National Health Insurance Authority ye de o ma beto sa ade no se ne be betimi abo mo so wo mapomuden na adwuma wo moye no etimi egina ne nan so ye papa e de ama wo no nti some way ana Ahmed Buachi wo de abeto dwayen so ye de bi esom
mostly important because national health insurance as we see it is national health insurance. That means every Ghanaian should register into this scheme. Basically, we also want to have the basic healthcare so that the informal sector will also have an advantage of this healthcare. So as these are into sanitation, definitely, you see, the likelihood that you go to the hospital is higher. So we will thank them for just bringing us into it. And we encourage them that each time that they are there, we have our mobile kits, we have everything that we will come and register them. It's very important because we might not know when you'll be sick. You might not know where you'll be visiting the hospital. But we shouldn't wait to get to the hospital, because when you wait to get to the hospital before you get the national health insurance, we have this 1 month waiving. So once you register before you get it, when you get to the hospital, they can take very good care of you. And with this, I will entreat other institutions, not only this sanitation, but other institutions. We are there. If they will call us anytime, we have our mobile kits, we have our laptops, we come to their institutions and do as we are doing for them now.
Ebusi afanu tin some way and am penny for the abetudwa yen so ye bi aba besomo na ye to ansem ne so de amode a Savannah Regional Deputy Director Edima Public Health Sally Fubawa and so the abetudwa watch him say dear friend say cerebrospinal meningitis no ade asesi ade nipa ba ko enye bi ewo Savannah important ho mo che say ade cases ahodo na no mo record wo hwan no enam so ama health director ade abetudwa wo de kokobo kwama timemufo a wo ewo Savannah region say ade wo mo hwe mo ye papa pesa say ade amani mhumi so wo hwa nipa ba ko de wafa so atwana nanu ewo nsiedo.
Aging is part of the meningitis belt, and from the beginning of the year to date, we've had a number of cases. We have 7 cases in total. 1 has been confirmed. There are 3 that results are pending, and there are 3 that have tested negative for meningitis. The 1 case that was confirmed positive for meningitis is from Sola, Tuna Calabar. This case reported to the hospital unconscious, and doctors tried all that they could, but the patient passed away after some hours. The death we have found out is usually due to late reporting. When patients report late, it's difficult. The chances have become very slim for doctors to bring recovery. So our education has been on residents reporting early when they see the symptoms of meningitis. The symptoms of meningitis include fever, headache. Someone who has meningitis may also experience neck pain or neck stiffness. There may be nausea and vomiting, confusion, among others. So we, as part of our strategy, as a region, we have a coordinating team that kind of meet weekly to coordinate the activities and review how far we are doing in order to re-strategize. We've realized our main focus should be on getting the people to know and to be aware and to report early, because when they report early, it's better for us. So far, if you compare what we have to what we had last year, I think last year, as at this time, we had 10 cases, and then this time we had 7. Even though last year we had 10 cases, we didn't have any mortality. Okay, so we have more cases last year than we have this year, but we have a mortality this time, which we didn't have last year. All but 2 of our districts have not reported cases. We've had cases in Sola, North Gonja, Central Gonja, West Gonja, but we haven't had a case from East Gonja and Northeast Gonja. So we are asking people to take precaution. We want to prevent the infection, and we are asking people to observe cough etiquette. When you are coughing, cover your mouth and your nose with a tissue and then properly dispose of it. And then also, the infection is facilitated by people being congested in one place. So we are asking people to kind of give some, try to not to be in a congested place. And even when you are, try to ensure that there's proper ventilation. And then we are also asked at the individual level to boost your immune system and get you strong enough. You need to eat well. You need to get proper.
After noting some way and then you may penny for a diabetes dry and so ye be about some ye dina sonia dane hosima by a bar and some no ye de call a day. Yaden sem no ekwadwadie mu dia Dr. Godfrey Seidu just what the abetudwa na wo ye chairman the Ghana Export Promotion Authority what the abetudwa wo chem say the Ghana export wo 2026 me yadia amani home so ekodu $8.5 million eno no wo che say high export volume no eno enenam so ma wo mu ejuma mo ya na say export no etimi amani home so ye akostro wo my Ghana same way ana Dr. Godfrey Seidu what they abetu eja
exports relative to imports. Exports has been increasing, and I chair the GEPA board, and I can tell you for a fact that our export quantums have been increasing, and the revenue, in fact, there's a difference of it about $8.5 million already in mid-year. And so please, something good is happening. It's not about over-injection of dollars. If you have the productive capacity of the country being utilized effectively, and then exports are increasing, clearly, you will have some stability in the macroeconomy.
Busiafanunti same way ana Ghana Export Promotion Authority wo mo penny Godfrey Seidu wo de abetudwa yenso enwumre ye de bi ababesom ye gina so ne adane ye hosema ye ba nsem no ye de ko enigede emu. Yaden sem no ekwa ni jedie mu dia Ghana nyumtuni ya eba ne nyumto wo my Ghana ha wo bone homodi wo mu ye papa efia ana meka ne ho asemi na na wotwe etwemu ebeto dwa se efia enya ne ho kene ne private wedding de wo mu di bi hihye so wo my Ghana ye che se Nigeria nyumtuni I friend se Tommy Thomas wo no ana sesia de wo ne Ghana nyumtuni efia wo mo akomontuma bomu a wo mo aware ende I friend e ko so ye papa obi bia kasa de afa on we ekoso wo February bosmini de toso du enan wa afimpinu ni eduonu nsiemu ana dwumedi ekoso wo nkramantem ha Trasako phase 2 eho ana sa wo event wo mo de hihye so a eno de nipa dodo na ebom homoden ne fans ne ade no wo mani agiye papa anwumre yen so ye de bi ababesom wo ewo no nsia kase no eso megina efia nseme so na me de anwumre no nsia kase no me de ninia aba na ewie yen sem no na edoso ye papa anwumre na de di mo akotini ebiene se dom kuma no ba no deni omunyafo Alexander Afenyoma ken se anwumre wode nsem bi ebetu dwa efa ba koye ene odo a wo mpenifo betimi nya na aboa ma bibia no metimi afom ntuma pefra no ho nsem ana Afenyoma ken so wode ebetu dwa yenso ye di bi ebesomo sa enso ana coalition of unpaid teachers enso they are the to regional minister nim so won hwe ma wo mo salary a ebi akamu no wo muntua emfa mom na sese ade wo ho tro ye papa ede mu nsem ye de ebesom anwumre ye de dwede nsem ka ho edema Ghana Export 2026 no wo mo twem se ekodo $8.5 million eno so de mu nsem ye de ebre wanwumre ye de ne gede nsem ka ho edema enyumtuni efia endedwe abetodwa se woni Nigeria nyumtuni efre ne se Tommy Thomas woni no aware kama wo my Ghana ha endedwe aye ne gede nsem ede ama Ghana foina no so ye de mu nsem ye de abesomo ewo kase so when nsem ne afufo pi aye boa no aye de ebesomo se no sia kase wo Kfmtv no so ye de aseda sonko ebekọ edi ama ya boafo KFM Musical Center wo moton instrument so pe combo guitar microphone speaker drum set no wodweni etwem wo mahye ya ubenya ne ne bi obo ahomode kopiem e wa santemantema obehu omotwa kwan e wadum wo mo ne Sambra Hotel no ebon hwe ni mo kramantem ha so no obehu omotwa kwan e wo Zongo Lane za enso anadada ba tech hub eton phones ene ho aka de bia sa ope Infinix iPhone Samsung Yam Tecno ni na no de wani etwem e wo dada ba obenya phone se ya papa e bo no so e da phone boko Talent Microfinance wo mo AC kakrabia wo mo boa nipa mo musikasem ejina ne nan so sa oye ankrankran nwume sorry na mo pe baby di musika esie de mema eno enye odadwen esa se talent aba wo mo beboa musikasem ye pa we ni nsem ne afoforo pi aye boa no anase dwumekọ we adaruma na nwumre wo mo asoma cinema me de nsemi me de eba besomo okenkan fo nwumre otemi nka no edin ameje so ene maami esim koma yedo bibia se nwumre mo je bre etina mo TV no ho ehwe no sia kase yakra mo ina